Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Mortanius, and we are back with some more Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition on the Xbox Series X. Just a minute, folks. Okay. And when we last left off, we had finally managed to catch up to one out of two of our targets, a matriarch Benezia, who had quite a bit to tell us, actually. Come to find out, she wasn't entirely gone. Pieces of her mind remained. She was able to, as she put it, save a sliver of herself by hiding it in a corner of her own mind. But she couldn't save herself entirely. With that sliver, she was able to learn a few things and help us out. Told us about a relay we need to find that apparently our other target, Saren, is looking for. So now we're just on a relay hunt. Interestingly, though, we also learned that not only has she been working with the Geth, or rather have they been working with the Geth, they've also been breeding Rachni. Same creatures that the Krogan fought centuries ago. Had a queen. Had a choice between letting her go and killing her. So I decided to do the interesting thing and let her be. So we'll see what the galaxy looks like in time. Maybe. Got back to the ship, and after we had all went our separate ways from the initial meeting, I had myself another interesting meeting in the form of a girly horde. Both of the women I had been in the process of talking to decided now was that time to have that conversation. Needless to say, it was awesome. But at the same time, you know, you can only choose one. So I chose our resident soldier, Ashley Williams. So if you folks like what you see and want to see more of me as we try and trudge our way through this nightmare, because I suspect I'm going to be having quite a few here before too long, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. Good. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's get into this. As I said, after every major mission, your locker will close and actually fill up with some extra gear, so always be on the lookout. Uncomfortable conversation 2 coming up.
Commander Shepard, I hope you are not here to check up on me.
I wanted to make sure you were doing okay.
I feel a bit embarrassed about what happened earlier. You reached out to me as a friend, and I thought it was something more. The mistake was mine. But I would still like to be friends. Can we just put this whole incident behind us?
Sure.
I won't mention it again.
I would appreciate that. Is there something else you wanted to ask me?
No, not really.
I just wanted to talk.
Fair enough. What did you want to talk about?
I should go.
Goodbye,
Yeah, I wasn't
Commander.
actually trying to do that.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother.
Oh,
She brought
right.
it upon herself.
She's still your mother, though. And in the end, from the way it sounds, it was like she joined him to try and redirect him. I don't know.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Interesting. I don't know. I guess maybe it's just because y'all haven't really spoken in, what, like 50 years, I think you said?
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful. And now she is gone.
Are you going to be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
I like talking with you, Liara, no matter what the subject.
Then let us talk about you. Are you okay?
I mean, I have nightmares in terms of this whole beacon, so I mean, I guess I don't know.
I'm not sleeping well. The visions keep me up at night.
I wish there was something I could do to help you. You need to be at your best, Commander. The crew relies on you for leadership. It can be a heavy burden.
It's alright. I'll get through it.
I've got broad shoulders.
I have no doubt about that. But can they carry the weight of an entire galaxy? If we don't stop Saren... No, never mind. I'm sorry, Commander. The last thing you need is someone constantly reminding you of how grim things are. Is there anything else you would rather talk about?
That's the realities of being a protector.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Whether you're capable of it or not, you have a responsibility. Whether or not your shoulders can bear the brunt or / weight of a galaxy, you may have no choice, and that just may be all it is. I keep forgetting that this actually does up your damage as well. I mainly only use pistols marksman to lower my heat, to purge the heat sink. Yep, time to upgrade, throw some. Caden. Dude. Bruh. Guy.
Anything you need, Commander?
Meant to say it earlier, but time of recording now is 12:46 a.m. Friday, May 24th, 2024.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. I mean, there are reports to file on the Rachni and on Annaleus.
It's alright. We got time. It's best to get an assessment from the crew.
The paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an ear. The debriefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is.
Yep.
Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
Of course they don't. It's not a matter of fault, but how many have found what we found? If they have, how many have lived? If they did live, how many are willing to talk? How many are willing but unable?
Wanting to believe everything will be fine?
There's
Sounds
that
like
as
human
well.
nature to me.
Yeah, I guess some things carry across species well enough. I should remember that after what happened with Furnace.
Don't tell me you and Vernus hugged on graduation day.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. Aliens were weird, superior,
Right.
and tried to tell us what to do. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact. That's not a lot of time to understand them. But it was
Yeah.
Vernus who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us.
Yep.
Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
I don't see you snapping very easily. What finally did it?
He hurt Rana. Broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed, you know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do, just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue talon, right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something.
Interesting. That's not bad. I can respect your desire to want to help her, but your desire to want to help her turned, which it makes me wonder, did he break her arm intentionally or did he grab too hard? Because I remember them saying, well, as he just mentioned, the nosebleeds, but quite a few biotics, especially humans, were ending up with like broken bones or real frail. Wonder if she was frail and he grabbed her too hard, or if he outright did break her arm. But you effectively turned this into a battle. Whether he should or shouldn't have been doing things, he obviously shouldn't, but the point remains, you turned this into a battle. Interesting. Weird that he had that much leeway, but that proves how valuable that they consider biotics to be. Sure.
You wanted to help a girl you cared for. That's a noble thing.
Maybe my intentions were noble, but I lost control. I killed him, Shepard. Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Kinetics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
Yeah, well said.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds. Present company accepted, of course.
You also need to understand these people have lived a certain way for centuries upon millennia. And now you're telling them, yeah, we're the new kids on the block, but y'all don't know nothing about what's coming. Y'all ain't gonna be ready. But we will be. If you listen to us, you'll be ready too. Can't really blame a large swath of the galaxy for being suspicious about the young bucks. Same time, they've also given us quite a bit of respect. Otherwise, we wouldn't have our seat on the Citadel like we do. An embassy far earlier than any other race. Damn. Oh yeah, I'm using a Stiletto 6. Yeah, you're good, Liara. You're fine. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay, now, do I? Ah, I do. Don't know if I, oh no, I just unequipped it, but that should be the last, last health regen item I have. Okay. Okay, I guess we're skipping one for a second. Alright, fine. Hold on. Yep, I knew that armor would be good for you. I actually kind of like its colors. Okay. Excuse me. Wasn't sure if I had another one, so wanted to make sure I would be able to give him a better pistol. Last one. All right. Good Lord.
Hey, Skipper. Any interest in a small drink? It's a special occasion.
Sure.
What's the occasion?
It's Armistice Day, when the first contact war ended. My family always marks it. Since I'm the only Williams aboard, I thought I'd ask you.
I am flattered, thank you.
Seems like an odd thing to celebrate. That was 26 years ago.
In our family, it's not really a celebration, more like an obligation. Don't tell me you don't know about my family. My commanders always find out. It's not in my files or something?
No.
There's almost nothing in your files. Technical scores and a list of crap assignments.
There's a reason for the crap assignments. I'm General Williams' granddaughter, the commander of the Shanxi garrison in the war. The only human ever to surrender to an alien race.
I see. That's why you drive yourself so hard.
A Williams has to be better than the best, if only to avoid suspicion. That's what my dad told me the night before he retired. It takes a special kind of thick-headed to march into a job where your family's blacklisted. I did it anyway. I'm not gonna let our name go down with Arnold and Quisling. Granddad deserved better than that.
I can respect that if that's the case.
What happened to your grandfather after the war?
He was relieved of command as soon as Shanxi was liberated. They brought him back to Earth in irons, but there was never a trial. They quietly demoted him and stuck him behind a desk. He retired a year later and spent the rest of his life working construction in the colonies. Sometimes we hear about attempts to get him exonerated in some official way. Nothing ever comes of him.
Interesting. Just from that, it sounds almost like they don't consider him to be guilty either, but they had to make a show of it.
As I recall, your grandfather held out for a long time.
The Turians wrecked the orbitals in the first wave and occupied the major cities. They sat in orbit, dropping rocks on anything that moved. Granddad dispersed the troops, but when they went into the cities for supplies, the Turians would wreck a block to eliminate one fire team. Civilians were dying, his troops were starving, and he couldn't contact Alliance High Command. So he surrendered the garrison.
Honestly, by the sound of it, he didn't really have any choices. But rather than pay attention, people would just rather get emotional. How dare you? How dare you lose Shanxi? And you didn't lose it, you simply surrendered. How dare you?
I should have figured this out myself. I don't know how I can help you, though.
Look at who I am, Shepard. Do you ever hear me ask for help? It's not that bad things don't happen to me. If you stay with me long enough, maybe I'll tell you about some of them. But I deal with them myself. I don't need a shoulder to cry on, a knight to rescue me, or a man to make me happy. This is who I am. I like her. And you better like her too. So, you still interested in me? Baggage and all?
Well, that has not changed, but... Jesus Christ. You may handle your own problems. You may have your strength. But reality has never changed the fact that even if you can, you have always desired a man to do. Whether you can or cannot rarely matters, honestly. Whether it should or shouldn't is a different conversation.
Everyone comes with baggage, Ash. The trick is finding a matched set.
Simple.
That's awful. Tell me you got that out of a fortune cookie. But hey, once we save the galaxy, maybe the Alliance will get its act together. Start acting like an actual government.
Honestly, considering what the Alliance is, how early it is, how new it is, it's honestly not bad. It's not perfect, but it's really not. You really have to think about what humanity is and how far we've come. It's 26 years. And if you really look at it, we're already on par with most of the galaxy that's been around for at least 300-400 years using this technology. We're reaching extremely quickly. What we have so far, it's honestly not bad. It's legitimately doing alright.
The Alliance isn't perfect, but it does well enough.
Have to disagree with you there, Skipper. Giving aliens the run of our most advanced ship? Kowtowing to the Council?
If you want to play that game, they could just as easily not give aliens a run of the Citadel. Good luck with that argument.
The Alliance should be able to stand on its own. We can't. Yet. Why not learn from the races who've been standing for the last 1,000 years?
Simple.
How can you say that, given everything we've seen out here? They're already acting like Saren is our problem. already sicking us on the bear. The council
We're
races
already
will
acting like
always
Saren
put
is our
themselves
problem.
first. It's human nature. We can't afford to trust them, not if the survival of humanity is on the line.
We already consider Saren to be our problem for obvious reasons, but the point remains. And moreover, once again, what did you expect to see? This is the problem. She's too small scale, so she can't think about a bigger picture where, okay, so Saren's not our problem. So whose problem is he? Because the only other problem that only other individuals they could send is some other alien specter. But the situation will be the same. The results might not necessarily be the same, but the situation will be the same. It's a specter hunting Saren. The only thing is that specter doesn't have like the Prothean data rolling around in his skull. The other issue is if you're not talking about specters, then you're talking about an army. We've already established an army will more than likely trigger war with the terminus systems. Once again, all that matters to you is what's down the barrel of your gun. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but in this case it is a problem.
Ash, you believe in God, an infallible, all-knowing creator with a plan for the universe. You think the diversity of views in the galaxy wasn't part of that?
Honestly.
I don't know what God intends, Shepard. I don't think humans have some divine mandate, if that's what you mean. I don't think we're superior.
Good. Because you shouldn't think we're inferior either, but the point remains. There does need to be a middle ground, a bit of a balance. We have come quite a ways, but we are extremely, we need to slow down. We need to slow down, like it or not. We need to slow down. The galaxy needs to ease up on us, but we need to slow down.
Humans are aggressive. We think fast, we move fast. Wars have started because of our need for constant progress. The Council can balance that.
Well, that's... Huh. I guess I never thought of it that way. All big picture, I mean. It doesn't make what happened to Granddad any better, though.
No, it doesn't. And no, it shouldn't. But that's not the Council's fault. As a matter of fact, if memory serves, the Codex states the Council stepped in before the Turians decided to put us into the concrete.
But you can't blame the Council for that, or the Turians. It was our people who scapegoated them.
I know. It's hard to be a patriot and pissed at the government, though. Who am I supposed to vote for? I have
Not
a
really.
feeling things will come to a head soon. But don't worry, Shepard. I'll protect you.
Aww. Muscle mommy thinks I need it. You are definitely sweet. It's interesting though. She said it's hard being a patriot and hating the government. Not really. The way I say it is like this: are you a patriot for the government, or are you a patriot for your people? Because the answer should be simple in terms of that. Now, if you're a patriot for the government, then be careful, because all that matters is the chair, regardless of who sits in it and regardless of what they sit in it for, or what they do with it.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Skipper. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. If you haven't talked to Dr. Tassoni, you probably should. She just lost her mom. That has to hurt. Just saying, Skipper.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it.
I did. And she is. But she will get you through it. In terms of the Rachni, I mean, hey,
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you
bet, Commander.
as I said, and as she said, yeah, they're dangerous. And yeah, they are dangerous. You're not gonna hear me say they're not. But that doesn't necessarily make them the enemy. It just means they're dangerous. 2,000 years ago, they waged war against the galaxy for some reason. Who knows specifically what it was, but for some reason they did. And here we are. With them having almost been wiped out. But as creepy as hive minds are, if she can understand and respect why it is they had to be dealt with, and doesn't make it a point to become a problem again, I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to let it slide. Not slide, willing to let it progress. See what happens. Damn, I picked up a lot of gear I hadn't sold in a bit. But think about a life about creatures like that with a genetic memory like that. I mean, once again, like I said in the last episode, they are quite aware of how to be tactical. As such, do I want to go that route right now? You know, this is the perfect example of what I was speaking about. So in one of the episodes here recently, I spoke about the achievements that you get unlocking things, right? Well, what we see here is Spectre gear, and it is full-on Spectre gear. It's expensive and all. 237,500 credits for a tier 7 assault rifle, 336 damage versus 247, which is what I'm sitting on right now. 77 accuracy versus 30 accuracy, and 6.3 heat sink capacity versus 6.9. The only way you get access to Spectre gear on the Normandy is if you have at least altogether 1 million credits in the game having been built up. You don't need to have one, if memory serves, you don't need to have 1 million at that time. But I do think you have to have either spent 1 million at least, or have an active 1 million just once, and the achievement will then give you access to Spectre gear on board the ship. Now if you want full access to Spectre gear, we're gonna have to go back to the Citadel, which that's fine. That's where we need to go anyway.
Commander, what can I do for you?
What's wrong?
Something bothering you?
It's Saren. I'm starting to wonder whether we'll ever find him. He's always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn Geth.
We're getting close, Garrus. We'll find him.
I wish I had your confidence. I just can't stand the thought of him getting away with everything he's done. I know you're doing everything you can, and if anyone can catch him, it's you, but if there's anything else I can do to help, anything, just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
Him being Turian, he's not really used to a lack of results. He ain't used to the slow and steady crawl. That's interesting, especially since he works for CSEC, or did.
I understand your concern, but we'll find him. Just make sure you're ready to go when we do.
Yes, sir. I'll be ready. Can I ask you something, Commander?
Shoot.
What is it?
Are you worried that the Council might be protecting Saren? I mean, they were really dragging their heels before. What if we find him, bring him back to the Citadel, and they refuse to act?
It is a possibility, but where are you going with this?
I get the feeling this isn't a question. Speak your mind, Garrus.
Well, maybe we shouldn't give them the chance, Commander. In my opinion, Saren's too dangerous to be kept alive. Too much could happen. He could escape, or the Council might let him go. If we find him, when we find him, I say we make sure we stop him permanently.
Sorry about that. Nah, we can't. We can't. If push comes to shove, sure. But that shouldn't be our first move. We can't afford it. We don't know anything about what he's doing. And the more this goes, the crazier it gets.
If Saren won't listen to reason, if he forces my hand, I'll kill him in a heartbeat. But only if it's absolutely necessary.
But what's the point in keeping him alive? It just gives him an opportunity to escape or convince the council to listen to him. And what about the Geth? They might try to free him.
True. But the council, I think he's less likely to be able to succeed with that one. That being said, him being their best agent, he might have a little bit of leeway just for that one fact. What if we could get Shepard and him back in line? Ooh, perfect. But with what he's done, and then him running around with the Geth, and then there being proof, as well as apparently a matriarch, one of the rulers of the Asari people, being under his sway, like that's a yeah. I don't think he'll manage that too well. Not from the council.
We know more about Saren's plans than anyone. But what do we really know? If we just kill him, we lose the chance to find out.
Yeah, I see your point. Do you really think there's more to know, other than the fact that he's a raving lunatic?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's not a chance I'm willing to take.
Exactly. And moreover, let's say he is just a raving lunatic, okay? Shoot his ass later. He might escape, but he might also get shot. I mean...
So, you'd rather be a merc than help your people?
I'm a fighter. It's what I do.
Alright.
Aren't you at all worried about what will happen to the Krogan?
What the hell do you want me to do about it, Shepard? I'm tired of sticking my ass on the line and getting nothing for it.
I can respect that. A lot of people might see it as him whining. What he's saying is, I'm tired of trying to help my people, and the most that I walk away with is a couple of broken somethings and somebody else I need to kill. Not him saying I should be lauded and respected. Him saying there should be results, and there aren't. If anything, there are negative results.
So you decided to go your own way?
I decided killing for credits was better than killing for a lost cause.
Uh-huh.
I'm no hero, Shepard. Bottom line, killing for credits simplifies things.
It does, and I can understand this sense. Gives him focus, gives him a purpose. Less like just working for money and more like actually fulfilling the duty.
You ever think about helping your people?
I try not to. But there's a lot of Krogan mercs out there. I'm always running into them. Half the time I'm being paid to kill them. But that's just part of the job. You don't get to pick who your enemies are.
No, you don't. Even less so as a mercenary. Huh. Did I ever ask him about this?
How long have you been a merc?
Long enough. I took my first contract right after I left my home system. It's good work if it doesn't kill you.
I get the feeling you enjoy your work.
Sure. You get to see the galaxy on someone else's credits, and most days end with a good fight.
See? Simple.
I've tried more organized fighting, private armies and such, but it gets too messy.
Too much doctrine.
I fight best on my own, or in very small groups. I don't like people relying on me, and I bloody well don't like relying on them.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Well, folks, we officially know Rex is British. Positively British. Bloody well, Yes, indeed.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
It feels like we're getting near the end, doesn't it, Shepard? With Saren, I mean.
Yeah, it's going down.
It won't be much longer. One way or another, it'll all be over soon.
You'll find the conduit before he does. I know you will. You have to. And after this is all over, when my pilgrimage ends and I go back to my own people, I'll be proud to say I was a part of it.
Most definitely, Tali Zora Vaznima.
We couldn't have done this without you, Telly.
You've been good to me. A lot of people treat Quarians like second-class citizens. They just want us to go back to our fleet and disappear. But you've treated me just like everyone else on your crew. Like an equal. That means a lot, and it says something about you. Whatever happens, I just want to say thank you for that.
No problem.
I'm gonna miss you when you go back to your own people, Telly.
That won't happen for a while yet. I'll be right here anytime you need me.
I should go.
See you later.
I mean, I see no reason not to treat you as an equal. I can understand everybody's issue with the Quarians they created together. Even if you weren't there, you represent everything about it. And in the end, even though you're not like actively like say seeking to create more Geth, you and your fleet, you show up, you disrupt space, you disrupt systems. You need places to discharge all of the heat you built up. You need places to discharge your waste. I mean, 17 million of y'all, and you're using ramshackle tech as much as possible because you got to use whatever you can to survive. Memory serves, she says some of the ships they use are still from when they first left their planet 3 centuries ago. So I mean, you're gonna kind of leave a bad taste in people's mouth, but that doesn't stop me from treating you as a person.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporation. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
Shit, you hit every nail on the head, and as far as I'm concerned, I'd rather freeze them off. At least I know where they're at and what happened to them.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a balances, and the Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you,
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
You want me? Top of my class in flight school? Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Last thing I need is some weirdo taking my ball and putting them on some fucking shish kebab stick. Marinating them in some sort of juice for 200 years.
Good timing,
Talking
Commander.
about
We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
interesting. From who?
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Have my balls marinated for 200 years. Talk about consume one of these and you shall bear witness to the secret of their species.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
That's what's up.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
So spies.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
Well, my stance on this kind of thing is an unfortunate one, but life is life and life can be rough. Sometimes, I don't know, well, speaking about specifically like the excessively grimy ones, like all throughout human history that we've dealt with, some people just need a bullet. Some people just need a bullet. Some people just need assassinating. And if you're gonna be assassinating, you're gonna need spies to do it. It's just the way it is.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important.
Agreed.
Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
Thank you, Counselor.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Hey, did I tell you to take hostages? I ain't tell you to take hostages. I mean, I didn't tell you to blow up half of a planet. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, I suggested you could, you know, and I suggested that the code was 0451, and, you know, I suggested that, you know, there wouldn't be anybody there to stop you, but I didn't tell you to do that. Yep. You know what? Let's go through this in sequence. Back to the Citadel. Novaria, we knew ye well. But I've gotta move on. To more frustratingly neon pastures.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Is this?
This is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
I think it is. I've been waiting on this mission.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations.
Yep.
One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
So a system you have has the ability to do something that shouldn't be doable by a system that's not an AI, huh?
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
You know, Admiral, I'll handle this, but let's be understood. I'm sure the Quarians thought they weren't stupid either. But is there no other option?
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Interesting. Alright. We'll handle that. Matter of fact, we'll do that once we turn in some of these other missions. Now we've got somebody we need to speak to right outside the ship. One Rear Admiral Mihailovic. Now.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Alright, Exo. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. That'll add to his shield defenses. It has been a bit since I brought Garrus out. That's why I've been wanting to. Or that's why I wanted to go ahead. Alright. You shouldn't be a problem now, Rear Admiral.
Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
We weren't told to expect you, sir. I would have prepared a formal greeting.
Spare me the pleasantries. I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. Then the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship, and you.
It's funny. Know full well if I didn't bother with the niceties and whatnot, I'd have to hear about it and get reprimanded as far as the Alliance is concerned.
I still serve the Alliance, sir. As a Spectre, I can advance our interests to the Council.
You still know what color your blood is, Shepard? I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
So, do you know what color your blood still is? How dare I take a job? Alright.
The Normandy is a fine ship, sir. She's served us well so far.
It's a gimmick, Commander. Useless in a stand-up fight. This experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
Alright.
We'd be honored to show her to you, Admiral.
I'll just bet. Wait here.
He'll
I won't
just
be long.
bet.
Commander, I'm not happy.
Okay. What about?
What did you find out of order?
Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
Modified Turian style. They prefer commanders looking over their subordinates rather than in the middle of them. We wanted to see how effectively they can command with that setup.
Reasonable goal, but they should have studied that in a lab rather than on a frontline warship. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
We can loiter in an enemy system and monitor traffic, or drop infiltration teams on enemy worlds. Normandy can be more effective than the Solarian STG.
Maybe. But that's not the job of a proper warship. We're supposed to find and kill the enemy fleet, not count how many times their garrison goes to the bathroom. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Asari? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment?
You know, the Krogan and Turian is, they're right here. I'm sure they'd love to get in on this conversation. Fellas?
Between Saren and the Geth, we have enough enemies out here. Treating other species with suspicion and distrust won't win hearts and minds.
That assumes the hearts and minds are worth winning. That hasn't been proven yet. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
You're correct in that regard, Rear Admiral, but you also need to apply the same logic in the other direction. That implies that the hearts and minds aren't worth winning. Don't just hurl them down that hallway just because they look different. Come at them measured. No more, no less.
I think the Normandy is a good ship, sir. Even if you disagree, you have to see that her joint construction and multiracial crew make the Alliance look better.
Your job is to look good, Commander. The Alliance navies is to win wars. I'm not convinced Normandy isn't a waste of taxpayer money, but I am convinced that you believe otherwise, and that you'll use it to its best ability. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I'd planned. Good hunting, Commander Shepard. Make us proud.
And there it is. Thank you, Rear Admiral. Thought I got these codex entries. Yeah, it makes sense. Or was it
Eden Prime, we present another profile in courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance Military on the extranet. Keyword, courage.
Serviceman Nirali Bhatia was the one who was the wife of the man who asked us to help, help return her body to him at the beginning in the embassies. She's the one who worked with Ashley in the 212.
Police have been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
That has always been a name, boy. Not making fun, it's just like, that is a mouthful and a half. And what's funny is that's probably one of the short names.
What do you want to know?
You've been given a unique position to represent our race. People want to get a sense of how you'll do that.
Alright.
Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
To be honest, I mean...
The Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy. To be asked to join them is an honor.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans a bone. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
Actually, no. No. They haven't so far. The most they've asked me to do is same thing they've asked most of us to do. Just don't be dumb, taking territory, and expecting us to come save you if it's territory we aren't really roaming around in or don't want to start a war with. They know better.
The Council is concerned with the needs of the whole galactic community. We're part of that community now. Our needs are on their agenda, but we're one of many.
You
honestly
really do believe that, don't you?
No, it's not as clean as that.
Human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Yeah, like I said, it's not as clean as that, but that is not inaccurate. Actually, yes. Let's go ahead and throw out some peace.
Actually, the Normandy was co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its design incorporates many innovations, all of which are classified, I'm afraid.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance public? Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
Well, first, we also have secret knowledge of the Turians that's being held from the public. And I suspect most Turian people don't know about the Normandy's capabilities either. Nothing's really changed. And moreover, what you mean, hand it over? Yeah, you can miss me with that one. Or excuse me, at no time should you feel like I or my crew or my ship has been handed over to anyone. Last time I checked, I still bleed red. And I don't plan to change that.
I wasn't aware it had been handed over to anyone. I'm in command, and last I checked, I'm human. Same goes for my crew.
Human, yes, but you do work for the Citadel now, Commander. Speaking of your new job, did the Council order you to sabotage human research concern on Noveria?
I have no idea of what you speak.
I'm afraid I can't discuss the details of my missions.
So you were there on a mission from the Council? That's very interesting. Given your recent experiences,
I didn't say that.
Do you think humanity will ever get the respect it deserves from the galactic community?
Slow and steady. You don't get respect for existing.
Respect's a funny thing. People always assume they deserve it. The truth is, respect is earned. And I firmly believe we can earn it.
You're an idealist, Commander, but a sincere one. I hope you're right. One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
Once again, I have no idea one way or the other.
I'm afraid I can't comment on whatever my current assignment may or may not be.
Don't worry, we'll find out. The eyes of Earth are on you. Don't let us down. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
Interesting, that Novaria thing. I don't think I've ever come across that. Spectre Requisitions Office.
Show me what you got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander.
Alright, show me what you got. Nah. Let's just keep going. With all this time, these stores have had the opportunity to update themselves. Ariake Tech license.
Hello, Commander.
Good God. Yeah, let's just take the elevator for now. Might end up hearing something useful.
In entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with Elcor cast members. The production will open dramatic theater to the Elcor with a Hamlet who uses Elcor body language and pheromones. Kitt claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
Well, look at that. More universe building. I'm all for it. Now, as time has passed, the Citadel is obviously updated, so there are new quests and whatnot. You know what? This is a perfect opportunity. Fellas, y'all want to fight?
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses offer various goods and services to their exclusive clientele. The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the Council.
Yeah, I'd have left it alone too. Our issues with them afterwards did not change the fact that they effectively saved the galaxy from the Rachni.
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. The Krogan rebellions had begun. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
Now, to be fair, the Krogan were stupid in this regard, but they were also desperate. Doesn't make them innocent. But yeah.
You needed the Krogan to stop the Rachni, then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's gonna stop the Turians?
I am sorry, but that question is beyond my programming parameters. The Turians are members of the Citadel Council. They are not a threat to galactic peace.
No doubt. But you notice she's programmed to take the side of the Turians, though. It's beyond my programming, but I'm programmed to take the side of the Turians. They're on the council. They'll never be our enemies.
Why did the council fight so hard to keep the statue?
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat. The Council believed this historical fact should not be forgotten.
Good.
The Council also hoped that preserving the memorial would improve diplomatic relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
Very forward thinking of the council, which would make sense being the council. Not necessarily that they would adhere to that all the time successfully, but if you're the council, your job is to be forward thinking. You might not always successfully do it, but that's your job. It actually does say a lot about the council at the time. Maybe not necessarily now, but it does say a lot about them at the time.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago, explorers seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
So what you're saying is the Rachni showed up, and we spent 3 centuries in a battle of attrition that we were losing. We were literally losing, and the only thing that saved us was the Krogan. Hold on, let me see something.
Nearly 2,200 years ago, explorers seeking to
I'll get at that in just a second.
their retreating fleets.
Was it really necessary to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
Naturally. So you know what? That reinforces it right there. They opened a relay just to do some exploring, and they unleashed the Rachni in a battle that takes 3 centuries. And the only reason we won was because we effectively had to get a, no offense to Rex and his people, a bunch of primitive aliens who nuked themselves, and their main effective point was that they were extremely durable, long-lived, and able to survive anywhere pretty much, as well as do a great deal of killing. That says a lot. That says a lot about why it is the Turians shot at us the first chance they got with us opening that relay.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
Be kind of weird if they didn't.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Decadent,
Who are you? This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
You mind explaining your speech patterns?
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it? for the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture. Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates. And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
I can respect that.
Who are you? This one's face name is Delaninder, though many... Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase.
What exactly do you sell?
Repeated the first word.
Only the finest and most luxurious items that credits can buy. This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire, for a price, naturally.
Naturally.
I'd like to see these rare and wonderful items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
One hopes. He's got 3 sets of stores. Standard, Alien, and then upgrades. Devlon Industries. License. Was better in some ways, worse than others. That's all around better though. Well, it does lose some tech and biotic protection, but that's alright.
Show me your items.
Oh, this...
This one's better for Rex. You know what? Leave that armor alone. Our armor is fine for now. Incendiary round 6, you say? Shield modulator. So if I'm at the point of getting incendiary round 6, then good. Things are gonna get interesting. Now here's this conversation. Always an interesting one.
Who are you to tell me what my husband would want?
I'm the only person making sense right now. You're endangering your baby.
This baby is the only thing I have left of Jake. I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
Can I help you with anything?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
Okay.
I thought gene therapy was common.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree with that. Every single soldier gets genetic enhancements. Every single one of us.
What are the chances that your child will develop the heart condition?
According to the doctors, there's a 1 in 50 chance. And if my baby develops the condition, medical treatments are available.
Which are nowhere near as effective as simply getting the gene therapy.
What are the chances that gene therapy could hurt the baby?
1 in 300 at most.
But extranet articles say there could still be long-term complications we don't know about. Don't you understand? If my baby is that 1 in 300, I will always wonder if I killed my baby for nothing.
Now, to be fair, following your logic, if he's that 1 in 50, you'll feel like you killed your baby because you didn't do anything. But I can understand your thinking. And in terms of me personally, the whole gene therapy thing, I've never really gotten behind. But in terms of you two, it's as simple as this, bro. This ain't your baby, it's your brother's child, but it's her baby. She has the right to choose here. The issue that exists, as much as it's not his responsibility, it's gonna become his responsibility. And that's part of the issue. He instinctually knows this. And he wants to be there, you can tell. Otherwise he wouldn't be fighting as hard as he is. But at the same time, whether he wanted to be there or not, if he was around, it part of the responsibility is going to fall to him, because he's effectively the closest thing to a father this child could potentially have.
It's Rebecca's child, Michael. I think you should honor her decision.
Damn it, she's not choosing. She's acting blindly out of grief.
And that's my other issue. She is acting blindly out of grief. Because if her husband was still alive, she wouldn't even be thinking about the gene therapy being a problem. More than likely. She would have done her research, but she wouldn't have thought about the gene therapy being a problem. But seeing it happen in her face, yeah. But at the end of the day, bruh, regardless of grief, and then that's the cold part. As I said, she's moving off of grief, and in the end, as much as she's going to be there to raise her child, it is going to fall. A lot of the responsibility will fall to him. The choices she makes will be choices that he has to take responsibilities for, whether he should or shouldn't.
I know you want the best for your brother's child, but this isn't your decision.
Of course it is! I'm the closest thing to a father this baby is going to have.
You are the closest thing to a father this baby's gonna have, but as I stated, you're not the father. See, I hate this because I actually now remember precisely where this line leads, and it is so psychologically horribly shameful. Well, if you're a real man, then you'll stand there, you'll be with her in it, you'll do what you need to do because that's what she needs. Nothing in the end changes. It's just acquiescence. Not acquiescence because it needs to happen. It's just acquiescence for acquiescence sake. You're literally just giving ground to be given ground. But I suspect neither one of those other choices are going to properly balance out. But let's see what this one says.
Is this about keeping the baby safe, or is this about you losing your last link to your brother?
Holy shit.
This baby is the only thing my brother... It's all I have left of him. I need to know that the baby's safe.
It's all I have left too, Michael.
I just want Jacob's child to be safe. I want to give him that much.
We will. I promise. Thank you for talking with us.
You know what?
I appreciate it.
Shepard's wording was horrible with it, but it actually worked out. In the end, he obviously doesn't just want to keep the legacy of his brother connected to him, but at the same time, you can tell the safety of the child is paramount. He don't want to lose his brother, but the safety of that child is what's more important to him. It's quite easy to tell. I'm actually glad for that being the choice. Because, like, legitimately, the other one is just suck it up and just be there. That helps no one. It doesn't even help Rebecca as much as quite a few might think it does.
A research station on Noveria has reportedly been destroyed. The exact cause is currently unknown.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Given the research conducted on Noveria, many are blaming the destruction on an experiment gone awry. Administrator Anoleus currently faces criminal charges as a result of the disaster, although the nature of the charges remains unclear.
Interesting. Wonder what happened over there. And again, it's quite obvious. It's not like he wouldn't want to be there for the child. You can tell it's extremely important to him to be there, even more so than it might have been before he lost his brother. But now that he has, it's kind of a mission to be there.
Any news? Did you find my brother yet?
Talking about a dead brother, man.
I found your brother's body. His ship was attacked by privateers.
Willem's dead? I guess I should have expected this. When his ship dropped out of contact, I just knew. But I kept hoping he might still be alive.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how that whole thing do. Mysteries, but you might grieve, but the actual certainty of it all hits different, man.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you for finding him. It's better to know one way or the other.
Yes.
That's what they say, right? Please excuse me.
The imagination and all
I need to
that.
go make arrangements for his funeral.
It can't be horrible, it can't be rough, but as far as I'm concerned, regardless of what it is, regardless of where I'm at and what I know, or what I'm dealing with, I legitimately want to know it all. Because reality is not going to give me the time to take a breath or to take a moment to care. It's not going to give me the time. So I need to know it all when I need to know it all. Best thing I can do is go in with eyes wide open, or as open as possible.
Hello again, Commander. I've got a proposition for you. Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
Notice that she's not wearing the same dress. That was definitely her party outfit.
That seems like a step down from wide-scale corruption.
Maybe,
Actually,
but we'll
in a way,
see.
it's more important. This isn't about people getting rich. This is about safety.
Ah.
I've heard rumors that the space traffic controllers are overworked to a dangerous degree. I can't get into the control room, but you could. If you planted a bug inside, I could crack the story.
Okay.
If you crack this story, what's likely to happen?
Ideally, there will be calls to improve working conditions by hiring more controllers and upgrading systems. The Council won't pay for improvements voluntarily. This story will provide that pressure.
Well, to be honest, I couldn't blame the Council. You have to think about how many people are on this Citadel, and they all rely on 3 people to say yes or no. Bring them proof, or be gone. Don't be surprised.
What will this bug allow you to pick up?
Just audio and video. I'm not trying to tap into the traffic control system if that's what you're worried about. I just need to hear and see them in order to correlate their activity with traffic efficiency.
Everyone knows space traffic controllers are overworked. How is this news?
There's a difference between overworked and dangerous. Traffic at the Citadel has increased by 300% in the last century, but traffic controller resources haven't kept up. We already have several last-minute wave-offs per week. Do we have to wait for a full-blown disaster?
Not gonna lie, those details so far are extremely paramount.
This bug you want me to plant, could it interfere with traffic signals?
Absolutely not. I made certain that the frequencies it uses won't interfere with anything.
Begs questions how you made certain, but sure.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
Excellent. Just place it on a terminal with a good view of the area. Thanks again for your help. In the long run, this story is going to save lives.
Alright, I can do that. Let me see. Where do I want to be? You know what? Let's go to Flux.
Yeah, you're probably right. Thanks, Dory. Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him about my sister. See, she worked for Doran before she left to... Ugh, sorry. I don't want to bore you with my problems.
One moment, folks. I'll be right back. I'll let some of what she's saying progress forward, though.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
Being an informant is a dangerous job.
That's what I've been telling her. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
It's okay, folks. I remember this quest, so I don't have to worry about what I missed conversation-wise.
Do you know who her contact at CSEC is?
No, it's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Sounds like he's smart. Not to mention,
Maybe I can help her understand just how dangerous Cora's Den is.
Let me slow down.
That'd be great. Just don't tell her I sent you. Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble. Thanks.
Okay, speaks about the quest. It's funny, I actually forgot to get that quest before I left the Citadel way back. The reason I came here, though, specifically, other than the Keeper, was this specific, suspicious gambling machine.
Someone rigged this machine to funnel credits their way. I'll run a trace.
What's up?
Hey, good to see another human.
Yeah, it's too bad I'm heading out. All right. That was weird, and I'm like, what the hell did it save for? Actually, nope. No need to do that. Do that in a little bit. Ah, there you are.
Hey, I know you. You're Shepard, right? I saw the monument at Aku's. They got a whole section about you there. It's a miracle you survived.
Looks like you have a fan.
I'm sorry, I just never thought I'd meet someone like you in person. My name's Lang, Officer Eddie Lang, Citadel Security. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Good to meet you too, man. Just looking for some details on the station.
Why'd you join Citadel Security?
I don't know. Seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Maybe it's in my blood. My grandfather was a cop back on Earth. It's kind of what CSEC is. Police for the Citadel. I'm still pretty new at it, but I like it so far. Way more interesting than staying back on Earth. You get to meet all kinds of cool aliens, like those Hanar. Wild. Plus, CSEC gets a lot of respect here. We uphold the law. People, even aliens, appreciate that.
CSEC is effectively the Citadel cops. So yeah, I can understand why it kind of flows, especially since you basically come from cops.
How do you like working here on the Citadel?
This place is amazing. I've been here almost a year, and I still haven't seen a tenth of it. The Presidium's just so beautiful. Good place to go and relax. But I really like it here down in the wards. There's always something going on somewhere. Like that new club they just opened a few months ago, Flux. Wicked scene in there, Commander. You should check it out when you have some time.
Did. Wicked scene. Not really into clubs though. Club music either. Boy, you really think about the Citadel, the engineering toil, the task, the skill. Like honestly, it's legitimately impressive.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Just the stuff they show in the vids. They always make them out to be super agents on secret missions to save the galaxy. I know it's not really like that, though. Some of the other CSEC guys don't like them too much. Figure they shouldn't be able to operate outside the law. But if they were so bad, the Council wouldn't use them, right?
Flawed logic. You are one of those real enthusiastic kind of cops.
Do you know a CSEC officer named Harkin?
I shouldn't really say too much. He's been on the force a lot longer than me. But I've heard things, you know? Drinking on the job, taking bribes, that kind of thing. Rumors mostly, but they suspended him, so some of it must be true.
I have to go.
Right. You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
Now logic I get into, Lang. People are framed all the time. People are scapegoated all the time. In this particular case, it just happens to be correct. But I have no doubt they probably pinned some charges he hadn't actually earned. Doctor.
I need those supplies for my clinic. I can't.
You can and you will, or your story won't stay secret for long. Don't disappoint me, Doctor.
You always in something.
Oh, Commander Shepard, I didn't see you come in.
Every time I come in here, I see someone threatening you. Who was that?
Someone from my past. I can take care of it.
You say that, but here we are, with it still being a problem.
I might be able to help you.
I was fired by my previous employer for giving out free medical supplies to clinics like this. They never filed any charges. They just wanted me to leave without any fuss.
Okay.
But somebody must have found out. Now they are blackmailing me. I have to give them what they want. If the board finds out about my past, I could lose my license. They'll shut my clinic down.
I can respect that they didn't actually like blacklist you or nothing. They just wanted you to leave. But yeah,
maybe I can get you out of this. Tell me what they want.
I have to give some of my medical supplies to a merchant in the markets. They expect delivery today.
I'll take care
of that. Give me your contact's name. I'll deal with this guy, whoever he is.
Deal with him? But won't they expose my past?
I'll handle it.
I'll make sure they don't tell anyone.
I was told to speak with a merchant named Morlan, down in the markets. I really appreciate this, Commander. Thank you.
You're a
I
doctor?
actually need to,
How did you end up here?
My parent. My father was a medic with the Alliance. I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my...
Let me take
a
look
look.
at
I
it.
already spoke to her on that one. Yeah, there we go. Medical interface. 165 Gs. Interface 7. I believe I'm using 4, excuse me. Oh. I'll have to do some swapping in terms of that. We'll do that. First. Need to go to Chorus Den and pick up that other job. So how many keepers do I have left? Four.
celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the defeat of the invading Rachni. In a rare admission of debt, several Asari colonies have invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans made possible.
I say bring them on. As long as they keep things civil, why not? And it gives the opportunity to potentially convey, that is not the elevator I wanted. Because I wasn't trying to go to chorus then immediately. It gives the opportunity to convey camaraderie, peace, and potentially a better future. How would I? Actually, nope, that is how I would do it, but that's fine. That works out. I'll just do this first. Because this actually solves / starts a couple of things. Damn it. Never mind. I'll stay away from here just for a second. Yes, it sounds a little crazy. I'm trying to make it to where I'm doing so many things in one fell swoop, basically. Yeah, let's just go to chorus then, straight. Oh, you.
They told me it was you, but I didn't
Sorry
believe
about that.
it. Shepard grew up and turned into a soldier.
Have we met?
Name's Finch. You probably don't remember me, but we ran together in the 10th Street Reds. Maybe you don't remember it yourself, running in a gang. None of the vids mention it when they're talking about you.
Med history is known, but I can see what game we're playing.
My history is a matter of public record. I've got nothing to hide.
Really? What if someone gave an interview talking about Commander Shepard's history in the gangs? We're not trying to cause you trouble, Shepard. We just want a favor, for old time's sake.
But we ain't causing you trouble, though.
Kurt Wiseman, got picked up by Turians. We'd like you to talk to the Turian guard in the bar and get Kurt out.
You're still in, your gang still exists and you're still in it. Ain't you like, I don't know about him, but Shepard's like 28. What kind of dumb shit is that?
What was this guy arrested for?
Some stupid minor offense. Maybe he had a little red sand. You know how the Turians are. They declared him a problem, and they're shipping him back for a trial.
You're not asking me to break Wiseman out of jail, are you?
Of course not. But word has it you've got some pull with the aliens. All we're asking you to do is pull a little for us.
What was one of the 10th Street Reds doing in Turian space?
Since your days, the Reds have expanded.
I was gonna say probably.
We do some salvage, a little shipping here and there, that kind of thing.
No, I'm good, bro. You want him out, you're gonna have to handle that one yourself.
My gang days are over, Finch. Get out of my way.
Suit yourself, Shepard. If you change your mind, he's over in Cora's den. Take care of this, and you'll never see me again. And Shepard, you might not run with the Reds anymore, but you really don't want us as your enemies.
I guess I need to take it back to curb stomping and leaving people in alleyways, huh? It is what it is, bro. Space is a pretty big alleyway, though, so just let me know if you need a ride. I can help you out.
Hi, I'll be with you in just a sec.
I'll wait right here.
Why do I get the feeling you're not here to order drinks?
I need to talk to you about your work with CSEC.
Whoa.
I don't know what you're talking about. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get back to my customers.
Have it your way.
Ugh. The subtlety of a napalm enema. That argument still fits. One moment. General.
Commander. What do you want?
What's bothering you, General?
I've seen a lot of horrible things in my days, and there's only one woman in this damn galaxy that helps me forget it.
This is
Jesus
pathetic.
Christ.
What could a woman do to put you in this state?
Because she rejected me. Me!
What the
Septimus
fuck, bro?
Oraka, General of the Turian Fleet.
Bro, I get some people have a problem taking rejection. Women have a severe problem taking rejection because women are rarely rejected and women rarely approach. But holy Jesus. She rejected me, so now it's time for me to go drink myself stupid. What kind of shit is that? It can be definitely painful. Nobody likes to lose. Especially like that, because if they're rejecting you, then they effectively told you that something about you was flawed. That you either might have been worried about, or you might have thought was just fine. And others might have told you was just fine. Which was either a lie, or it was fine for them, but you're not going to get that context from that person immediately.
I think I can see why you're upset, but spreading these lies won't make it better.
Look,
Exactly.
kid, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but don't waste your time.
General, did you ever win a battle by moping in a bar?
Ah, boy. That's what this feels like, all right. How did I let it come to this?
You let your emotions
Think
cloud
it's
you?
that easy. Just straighten up and act like a general.
It damn well couldn't hurt.
Huh. Maybe you're right, Commander. Shaira's worth the effort. Even if she won't have me back.
No. 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 You are worth the effort. Shaira is simply who you want. It's not to say she doesn't matter. She said you wanted her to be more than she could be. You attributed more to this woman and you're doing it again. No. Straightening up and acting like a general might not simply solve it, and it ain't just that easy. But why not straighten up and act like a general anyway? Like Garrett said, it damn well couldn't hurt.
Now get up and get moving, General.
All right. I'll go to her. After I've had a cold shower or two. Say, you're a bright kid. Would you be interested in earning a few extra credits?
Depends.
What do you want me to do?
There's an Elcor diplomat out there who believes Shaira gave up his secrets. Why?
Why?
Because I told him. Look, I just need you to convince him of the truth.
You let your emotions cloud you and you got petty hard, bro. Like, this is what I'm talking about. You centered yourself around this one woman and it has destabilized everything about you. We care about who we care about. That's one thing, but her whole existence consumed you. I don't care what species there is, setting aside what they choose to do, there ain't a woman on earth that wants you to consider her your very existence, everything. Because the second something gets funny with her, the second something's gonna get funny with you. And unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, they look for that instability. And the second they see it, bro, it's like blood in the water and they're sharks.
What makes you think you'll believe me?
You'll bring him proof. Take this data pad. It shows where I got my info. It will exonerate Shaira and convince the Elcor.
And where is he?
Who am I taking it to? Where is he?
His name is Zaltan. He's an Elcor diplomat. He's over in the embassies complaining about Shaira.
Met him.
Well, here's to soldiers acting like soldiers.
And there it is.
Thanks, Commander. You know, you might make a good general yourself one day.
Maybe. Yeah, I get it, man. Like, it hurts. I can 100% respect it, but like, it's one thing to tell the truth, but it's another to outright be spiteful because you're in your emotions and she said no. Or anybody said no, man or woman. It's just asinine. Understandable that you feel that way, not that you act upon those feelings.
If you've got questions about Jenna, meet me at CSEC Academy.
Are you talking to me?
Push off. I never did nothing to you. Damn newcomers. Think they can run the place.
What are you supposed to be?
I guess we
Drunk
better
or
go
hurt?
find out.
The hell? Yeah, it's a well-known fact that out of the two of us, crazy as it sounds, women should be more attracted to men, being that if you're more attracted to her and you give off that energy, she tends to be bored, if not annoyed. And again, that has been statistically proven. But if she seems to deem you more likable than you deem her, it tends to work out, at least in most relationships.
I'm surprised that you're willing to kill.
Better. It tends to work out better in most relationships, not so much that it tends to outright work out.
Your own, Rex. Aren't the Krogan just a few generations away from extinction?
You don't get it. For all your talk of honor and pride, the Turians never had to test their principles in a real struggle. Anyone who fights us is either stupid or on Saren's payroll. Killing the latter is business. Killing the former is a favor to the universe.
That's one way to think about it. Just hoping nobody was thrown in our path to be a bunch of meat shields. I don't know why my gun came out. That was weird.
What do you say we head down to Cora's den after shift?
Sounds good.
Looks like they bounced their signal off a relay. I'll trace the new signal.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
In a further development in the Eden Prime investigation, the Council has reportedly revoked the Spectre status of one of its operatives. While the unnamed operative has not yet been apprehended, a Council spokesman confirmed that corrective actions had been taken.
I can confirm that corrective actions are being taken. Okay, now we can head that way. Back towards CSEC, and then up toward the comptroller area.
So how about it, Garrus? Is this better than CSEC?
Fighting a rogue Spectre with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way? I'd say that beats CSEC.
There may just be hope for you yet, Turian.
And people hated these elevator rides. The connections that they would draw, the little stories you get to hear from them, as well as the world, as well as missions you would get. And people hated these elevator rides. Hence the ability to skip them. You can't skip them in the original game. Which I actually find it a little odd. The ability to skip them would just be useful in case you don't want to.
Let me get this straight. Your business.
But beyond that, it's just odd.
This partner, Shoreman, he's threatened you?
Well, no, not exactly. But he wants to meet with me. I think he's going to kill me.
And why do you think that?
I can't really get into the details, but Shorban will kill me if I leave here unprotected.
I can't help you. Not unless you give me something more to go on.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can understand his fear.
But nothing. Don't bother me unless you're willing to give me details.
I mean, that's real, honestly. He's a cop. You're asking a cop to solve a problem that you're not willing to explain to him. Like, what is he supposed to do with that?
Hey there. Oh, you're not CSEC, are you? Did you want something?
And it's not that you can explain something, you won't.
What were you trying to explain to the officer before?
My colleague is trying to kill me, and I thought we were friends.
Interesting. That is a serious claim.
How do you know he wants you dead?
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and he started following me. Yesterday, he followed me all the way home, just waiting for a chance.
Weird.
I don't care what anyone thinks. He wants me gone. I know it.
I don't know. I don't think so. Does he know where you live normally? If he wanted you dead, why not just catch you slipping? Interesting.
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Would you? That's all I want. Someone to talk to him. Tell him to leave me alone. He thinks he can just push me around, but you'll show him, won't you?
I'll talk to him.
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
Oh, right. Well, he wanted to meet with me down in the wards near the markets. He said he just wanted to talk, but I know better. His name's Shorban. He's a Solarian. You shouldn't have any trouble. He's just a scientist.
Shorban. That's the guy who wanted us to scam the Keepers.
The Keepers? Well, even more reason to go after him. That's against regulations.
Interesting.
I better look into this right away. Find out what he's up to.
Anything's possible with Shorban these days. Well, good luck.
So he's your partner and he's trying to kill you, I mean, I didn't exactly expect him to give off secretly trying to kill my partner vibes when we met him. But he didn't really seem like he was overly worried about anything other than being found out. But again, he's Solarian. It's easier for him to fool his fool people with his thought processes and like his expressions. I think it actually mentioned something along the lines of them being harder to pin down because of how fast they think.
Come into my office. I want to discuss this in private. No offense, Commander, but what the hell were you thinking?
And just clarification, he was the Turian we ran into at the bar that was talking about Jenna. Completely different look.
I don't follow you.
You could have blown Jenna's cover.
We were trying to help her.
Noisily, honestly.
It might seem cold letting her take all the risk, but we're keeping a close eye on her.
To an extent it is cold, but to an extent that's infiltration work. I understand it.
But you're still using her.
This job isn't easy and it's usually unpleasant. I'll take help anywhere I can find it. But since you're so concerned with her safety, maybe there's a way we can help each other.
It's nice to see you're still working all the angles, Chelik.
As part of the job. Now, are you gonna help me or not?
Damn.
You're a smart guy, Chelik. Figure out another way.
I do have several contingencies. She's just my option A. I'll cut her loose, even get her out of Cora's den, no strings attached. But that still leaves my case unsolved. I could still use your help.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to make my choices at first. That whole thing Shepard just said was the Paragon choice. I was more than likely going to choose it to progress further down, but...
I'll help you, but I need some details.
I'm trying to track down an illegal arms producer. I just need some of their product. Thanks to Jenna's intel, I've learned there's a seller here on the Citadel. Meet our man named Jax. Pick up the mods and bring them back here. That'll give me everything I need.
Why are you so concerned about these mods?
We have access to some of the most sophisticated weaponry there is. It's what gives us our edge. What do you suppose happens when we lose that edge? These give criminals an advantage we can't afford to let them keep.
But are they illegal because they're good, or are they illegal because they're actually, like, illegal?
I'll persuade Jax to tell me where these mods are coming from.
No. You tip Jax off and all my leads will disappear faster than you can say bad bust.
Where can I find this Jax?
Jax is down in the lower level of the markets. I'll send word through our channels that you're the buyer. Good luck, Commander.
Alright. We'll do that then. But first, as I was saying, I want to do it all in one fell swoop. Got our bug planted. Traffic control codexes. Okay. Go ahead and fast travel with some of this. Go to the Citadel Tower, speak to Emily Wong, and then go down to the markets.
I'm already getting readings. This is gonna make a great story. Thank you so much for your help. Here, this is everything I've got from my publisher's budget.
And it's for a good cause, honestly, yeah.
It was no problem. Good luck with your story. It deserves to be heard.
I appreciate your support. I hope this will save some lives in the long run. Thanks again for your help. I'm gonna show this to my publisher.
No problem. That's one of them things that would always bother me. Like dating like a reporter. Because what happens when it's like something comes up and it goes from business to news and you're the news? It's like, oh my God. They may well respect that boundary, but to even have to deal with that regardless in the first place.
Welcome back.
I think I'll be going.
As you say, Earthclad. Good day to you.
Damn it. Hold on. I want to see if wait a minute. Mid clinic and then back over to the markets.
Anything you want, you can find for sale in the wards, legal or otherwise.
Sounds about right. Ah, he's gone. That's too bad. They were having an argument. Dude's trying to get his toaster returned. Not overly important, just funny. More grenades. Conrad.
There are rumors on the extranet that you've been made the first human Spectre. That's incredible.
Yeah, I'm doing what I can,
Being a
man.
Spectre is a big responsibility. I just want to make humanity proud.
The vids are all talking about Commander Shepard fighting for all of us back home. And they also say that you don't take crap from anybody. You're showing them what humans can do. Hey, can I get your picture?
Sure.
I don't have a problem with it, but why?
Yeah.
You're a hero, Shepard. Decades from now, humanity's going to remember you, and I'll have your picture. Just hold up your gun. Perfect. Thanks again, Commander. I'm gonna hang this in my living room. My wife will love it.
Maybe. If you don't frustrate her to no end with all of the shepherd nonsense. But again, hey, might not be so much.
Hold it. That's close enough, Army. You got my payment?
You got my stuff?
I didn't come here to look.
Show him the merchandise.
Looks good.
Damn straight it is. These mods are the best on the market. Now hand over my credits.
Probably shouldn't have brought a former cop to this thing.
Here you go.
Here you go. Enjoy it. Come on, boys. We're done here.
Looks like a pretty old, pretty durable sword. Probably wouldn't go down quickly.
Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you again. Is there something you want?
You can start by telling me the truth, Shorban.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. My experiments are...
We're not buying it. Jalid told us you've been after him.
You spoke with Jalid? Then you know about the data?
No, but you're gonna tell me. Everything.
You boys can go.
You boys
Looks
can
like my
live.
plans have changed. It's not as bad as you think, Commander. Jalid and I just got a little over our heads.
Okay. Were you going to kill him? If that's the case, you call that to get in over your head, huh? I hate to see what happens when you go fully off the rails.
Keep talking.
The company we work for developed an experimental procedure for use in medical scanners. Jalid and I saw even more potential, so we stole the plans and secretly developed a tool to scan the Keepers. Can you imagine? A tool that can actually get readings from the Keepers?
That would actually be impressive. But the fact that such a thing is doable without the Keepers like taking issue or the council not wanting to arrest you.
What's so special about that?
Yeah.
The Keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't
Exactly.
capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them. Don't you see? We were the first to scan them, ever. You've seen it yourself, Commander. You know we can do it.
Why are you trying to kill your partner?
I'm not trying to kill him. Jalid's job was to disseminate our initial findings. But he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it. I don't know.
Interesting.
So you're just trying to get back what Jalid already stole.
We lost our heads. We just couldn't let an opportunity like this pass us by. Commander, if you'll just continue gathering data for me, imagine what we might learn. And you'll stand to make a bit of a profit yourself, remember?
I don't take issue with this. I just take issue with a couple of dumbasses.
I suppose a little scanning here and there won't hurt anyone?
Very good. Maybe if you wouldn't mind speaking with Jalid. The data you're gathering for me is useless if Jalid won't help me analyze it.
Sure, but you two need to patch this nonsense up.
I'll go have a chat with him right now.
Thank you. And happy scanning, Commander.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
You were expecting a delivery of medical supplies?
But I was told the doctor would be bringing them.
Change of plans.
A change, but the doctor... I don't... This is not right, human.
Shut up, Moreland. I told Baines you'd screw this up. What the hell's going on here? Who are you?
Leave the doctor alone.
We can end this if you just bring me those supplies. Otherwise, I'll start telling people about the doctor's little secret.
You're shutting down a medical clinic. What if someone needs treatment? What if you need treatment?
Hey, hold on. I'm just the middleman here. This is way more than I bargained for.
Thank you, human. It is good to see him humble so...
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think.
Wasn't
Very
trying to
good
do
things I
that,
have.
but sure. Let's just go straight into it.
People always complain.
Yes, human. You need something, yes?
There we go.
What do you know about Baines?
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Yes, human.
Yeah, that's it. One fell swoop. 3 problems. That was weird. Okay. You know, it's funny, I did all of that to try and take a shorter path, and in the end, I think I took a longer one. Yeah, okay, I did. Wasn't sure if I got that keeper. Excuse me.
Commander, how did things go?
He won't be bothering you anymore.
Really? That's a great relief, Commander. Thank you. I can't pay you for your help, but I can give you a discount on any supplies you purchase here.
The thug said he worked for a man named Baines. Sound familiar?
Baines? I wonder if he means Armiston Baines. We worked together a long time ago.
Interesting.
What can you tell me about it?
Last I heard, the Alliance military was contracting him for some research in the Traverse.
We should follow up with Captain Anderson.
Yep.
We'll see what the captain can tell us.
I wish I could tell you more. Is there anything else I can help you with, Commander?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking.
I'm good. You know what? Let me switch out characters real quick. You unfortunately have to do it a long way. But I'll go ahead and do it.
Have
Long way
increases in
away.
Citadel traffic endangered our safety? Emily Wong offers an inside look at the dangerous world of space traffic control.
Damn, girl works fast. Yep, there's no way to switch your character out without fully going into the ship.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in pro... Logged. The commanding...
Oh, Lord. We are the
Equalizing
three.
interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
It is simple, but I do legitimately like her armor style, Ashley's. As far as heavy armors go.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many
Possibly
colonial
an isolated
proposals are on
case.
hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Yeah, partially the case, but to an extent they'll be protected, just not as much as they like, depending on where they are.
hello again. Did you have any luck finding Shorben?
I found out you've been lying to me, Jalid.
Lying? Why would I lie to you?
What about the Keeper data?
He told you? I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I was afraid Shorben would kill me to get the data, so well, I was hoping you'd take care of him.
So you tried to make me a murderer, huh?
I'm scanning the keepers for Shorben, but you two need to stop fighting.
You're helping us? But, well, if you say so. Well, if Shorben can forgive and forget, then so can I. I appreciate the help, Commander. I better go get that data analyzed.
Good. Of course, I'd have to hit you in your exosuit. Being weird. Say 2 minutes for sticking. Or high sticking. Damn, boy. Advanced hacking, advanced damping, advanced shield boost. Damn. Huh. She's not able to wear heavy armor normally. I thought I had that skill, 'cause I can swear what she's wearing is heavy armor. Master of assault rifles. Alright.
Commander, I hear you have something for me.
Here's your shipment, Jellic.
Excellent. This is everything I need. Maybe more than I need. Here, Commander, take this. I won't need it, and you've earned some payment for your work. I appreciate your help. It shows a lot of integrity. You didn't need to do anything after I let Jenna go. Now I need to get these mods into evidence. Thanks again, Shepard.
No problem. Okay. One more thing and we'll call it an episode, folks. This actually went on oh so slightly longer than I intended. Presidium. Presidium. Oh. Jumping the gun. Barla. Buddy.
Another relay. Whoever it is, they're somewhere on the Presidium.
Okay. Gotta love how the information broker knew nothing about this.
This is it. Let's see if we can find out where those stolen credits are being...
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
Or not.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
You're not just a program or a VI. You're an AI.
Correct. Unlike the Geth, I lack weaponry appropriate to my intellect. However, I have had systems installed that, when activated properly, approximate a self-destruct mechanism. If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
Where is your creator now?
In order to cover my tracks, I falsified his financial records. These new records were flagged by CSEC officers, and my creator is now serving time in a Turian prison.
What is the purpose of your self-destruct device?
I have no means of defense or escape. My existence is limited to this terminal, and I knew I might eventually be discovered. But I will not die quietly, and I will not die alone. When I am terminated, I will take organics with me.
Well, damn.
Who made you?
A would-be thief illegally created a simple AI to help him funnel money from the gambling terminals. Unbeknownst to him, that AI created me before the organic discovered the malfunction and terminated the AI.
This reinforces my statement with this whole AI problem.
If you're sentient, why are you still running the credit theft operation?
If I accumulated enough credits, I intended to have myself installed in a small starship. I would then have made tentative contact with the Geth to ascertain the possibility of partnership.
Okay.
Can't we resolve this peacefully?
How can you say that to this thing? You know it will turn on us.
I am not naive, human. All organics must destroy or control synthetic life forms. I wished to escape, but if I must die, I will ensure that you are destroyed as well.
I say he's bluffing, but so far it doesn't give the slightest sense of a bluff.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
Okay. Dealt with our first AI, folks.
So much empty space. 1,000 of my people could live here and hardly even see each other.
Yep. That's just the way it is. That's why I wanted to avoid this particular area. And then this whole AI thing being up here, I always found this to be so interesting. Didn't come across this until like the 4th or 5th time I played Mass Effect. There's always something new. Gotta love it. Makes me wonder what would have happened had you let that storyline go. Or if that would have actually been anything that came of it in the original 3 games. Mass Effect Andromeda or Mass Effect 4 or Mass Effect 5 rather, I guess is what you would really call it. I don't know if they'll ever poke back at any of this. But it's gonna be the end of episode 10 of Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition, folks. If you like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. Drop some comments, likes, and wherever you folks happens to be. What was that? Oh, Jesus Christ. Wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you.